What's poppin'? What's goody? Goody? Good with y'all boys. Look, man, we got another video. It's called Killer Mom Realized Cameras Caught Everything. I mean everything. They caught everything. That's why y'all can't do nothing now. Cameras everywhere. Good luck trying to be a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, we about to get into the video. Like up, subscribe. Let's get right into it, man. You know we on road to 20K. Subscribe and tell your people to subscribe, like right now. Y'all tripping.
The baby was unconscious. The baby was unconscious.
He had bruises from head to toe.
He was just limp.
The baby was limp.
I get him in trouble. I have nothing. I have no support. I have nobody.
What are you protecting? What happened?
I was gonna be next.
After years in foster care, a 3-year-old boy is reunited with his mother, only to suffer a horrific accident just 3 months later. But the truth is written on his small body, and it paints a far darker picture than anyone has been led to believe.
Robert told her to stick to the story or you'll never see it again.
Just hold on, Carson. Just hold on.
Whoa,
The
whoa.
following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. At 3:20 p.m., June 14th, 2023,
Oop.
dispatchers in Cleveland, Ohio receive an urgent call to 911.
Cleveland EMS with the address to the emergency. Yes, we need some paramedic here on 79th and Euclid here, and I believe this Gordon Square. Is this at the Family Dollar? Stop breathing. I guess he fell at a park, a water park. She's been.
Officers with the Cleveland Division of Police arrive on scene, where paramedics have already begun life-saving efforts on 3-year-old Curtis Witcher,
No,
who is still
look at the
unresponsive.
baby, man.
Did you see what happened in there? No, he was not here. She came up and ran in the dollar store and asked all of us for our phones. We all called 911. I was on the ground with I don't mean to call him this, but the Caucasian man. He was giving them air, and I was trying to search for his pulse. He did not have a pulse since he got here.
I mean, what happened to the baby, though? Like,
We don't know. She said he fell. Yeah, she in the van.
She had 2 kids with her. A double
They said,
stroller.
are they going to take him to the hospital?
yeah, we're going right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So you telling me the mother she just in the van while her 3-year-old baby is in that emergency truck, and she not trying to do nothing at all about that? Oh,
Do you know if he has a pulse
no.
yet, at least?
Whatever. Hey, she need to get locked
And
up.
she's pregnant, too.
Yeah.
And she's
You guys are
pregnant.
going to Rainbow Babies? Okay, we'll see you at the hospital.
With the mother in distress, the officer instead heads inside to speak with a store employee in the hopes of getting more information.
She says she was at a water park somewhere and her baby fell. She came in here and asked me if I would call 911. She said if nobody would call 911 for her. I don't know where it happened, but when she got here, the baby was unconscious.
No. See, y'all
He
can't
also
even
learns
see
the mother
her,
had a
bro.
second child with her, and they both arrived in a
See.
double stroller.
The one that's in the
Hold on. I'm messing up.
I don't know where it happened, but when she got here, the baby was unconscious.
He also learns the mother had a second child with her, and they both arrived in a double stroller.
The one that's in the
No.
ambulance,
where I'm going,
the
and
one
then I'll come
that's,
back to you.
was perfectly fine, was back here.
Yeah, okay.
So when me and the white guy came outside, he just straight unstrapped him and took him out and laid him on the ground
CPR.
and gave him CPR until you guys got here.
He was just limp.
Backup arrives and quickly gets caught up to speed.
Okay, so mom's right here in this white
He was
van.
limp?
Mom's in the back of there. They've got a 3-year-old. They're working on him. I don't think she's not conscious, not breathing. They're doing CPR right now. I don't
Do we
think
know the circumstances?
not the mother's hysterical right now, so I didn't even try to talk to
in the
her.
white van?
She's in the white van in the back. Yeah, she's got another
Make sure we
kid.
get her information.
Yeah,
Please.
The mother is identified as 30-year-old Tamika Eggleton, and she's transported along
Eggleton.
with both children, 3-year-old Curtis and 1-year-old
Eggleton.
John, to Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. Meanwhile, officers attempt to figure out where Curtis may have suffered the fall, but hit a dead end.
she said this happened at a water park. Is there like an outdoor kids
That's
pool
what
or
I'm
something
saying.
down
Not
here?
that I know of what kind of sprinkle machine would be over here.
So she lying about a water park and bringing a baby into there and calling the laws after stuff she probably did, and it's not even a water park around. And then even if it is a water park, bro, do you see everybody with long sleeves? I don't even think it should be a what. It's cold.
As if it is, she walked.
So the store's not a scene.
No. She came in here with the kid already injured.
With no water parks nearby, officers radio their colleagues at the hospital, hoping they can ask the mom for a specific location.
Mama ain't go. She lied.
She said the kid fell on his head at the water park. She put him in the stroller just for a little bit so he, calm down and recover. And then moments later, this happened. The little kid was unresponsive.
Tragically, just 40 minutes after the initial call to 911, 3-year-old Curtis Witcher was pronounced deceased.
No.
His autopsy the next morning would shatter any notion of an accidental death. And following several shocking discoveries, his death was ruled a homicide.
Whoa.
Tamika's 1-year-old is removed from her care and an investigation begins. Detectives soon learn that 3-year-old Curtis had only recently been returned to Tamika's custody in January after
Man,
spending
look at
most
the
of his life.
house. Look at the house. And it was probably worse before they even cleaned it up. Bro, it's no way these living conditions for these babies, bro. Some people don't need babies at all. I'm going to be honest with you. Folks just having babies and don't even want them and then treat them like they some toys.
Foster care.
That need to be an
Protective
AI
supervision
system.
ended only 3 months ago.
Why was he taken away from you?
I was hospitalized with him when I was pregnant for a couple months. I lost my home because I couldn't pay my rent because I was hospitalized for all them months.
You got to worry about rent now.
In foster care. I have no support. So they thought I couldn't take care of him because I didn't have support.
But this isn't the whole truth. And as the investigators are about to learn, getting any semblance of honesty from Tamika will be easier said than done. Already she's told an egregious lie about where Curtis suffered his injury, one that's easy enough to disprove.
Facts.
While at the hospital, Tamika told an officer the name of the splash park was at the Lonnie Burton Recreation Center, a 2-mile walk from the Family Dollar.
Can you hear me, Sergeant?
Yes.
All right.
Why would you walk 2 miles to a Family Dollar to call 911 to help your child? I don't even make... Oh, yeah. You already calling a lot right there, sister. You gone.
Did you review the video and download the video from Splash Park and the surrounding project buildings?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and did I send you a photograph of the female I was looking for?
Yes, you did.
Okay, did you see that female at any moment at the park on Wednesday the 14th?
No, she was never there.
Whoa.
Okay, and then you spoke to a worker there?
Yeah, we have a resident worker who mans the splash park when it's open, and she never saw that female or those children there either.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Sarge. I just wanted her to hear it.
You're welcome.
All right.
We was at that splash park.
Don't seem like it.
But even the paramedics who initially found Curtis in his tragic state noticed something was off with Tamika's story.
I guess she pushed him there in the stroller.
How did he end up at Dollar General? And
Doesn't make any sense.
it didn't appear to be, but he was wearing a bathing suit.
Aside from Curtis being completely dry, paramedics documented something else that was even more alarming.
The report EMS is stating that Curtis was cold and clammy to the touch.
Whoa.
When EMS arrived on scene.
That mean the baby
As the
was
detective
gone.
steps out to take a phone call, his colleague gently presses Tamika to start telling the truth.
He had been deceased for some time.
Wow.
Enough for his body temperature to give them that feeling of being cold and clammy.
So this whole time, this lady been carrying around her alive baby and her passed away baby in a double stroller. Oh.
Does that make sense?
No, ma'am.
If he was unresponsive earlier than you thought, and you just don't want to say.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I wouldn't know. I didn't know.
You know everything.
He's with you, so.
Yes, when he was in the stroller, thought he was asleep. Both of my kids was asleep. They do this every time I put them in the stroller and we take a long walk. They will fall asleep. I'm thinking my baby is asleep. I'm not thinking my baby's dead or none of that. I'm not thinking like that.
When he returns, the detective shares a disturbing detail from Curtis's autopsy, one that sets Tamika on a defensive path.
He actually had marks across here, and they were like almost like whip marks. Okay.
And beating
they
the
were
baby.
They called pattern, so it was consistent all through his midsection. Okay. Bad enough where even the tip of his penis was damaged.
No way.
Unsettling as it is, the worst details are still to come.
I don't whoop, sir.
Oh, stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Why would the baby have the whips on him like that then? If y'all don't beat him. Man, shut up. That baby is 2 years old and you was whooping him like he was 13, 12 years old.
I don't whoop my
Hurting that baby
Who
manhood.
does?
Robert chastised them. Well, not them, but Robert chastised him. I don't whoop my kids.
Robert is the father of 3-year-old Curtis, as
Look at
well
the
as the
father.
1-year-old and Tamika's unborn child.
Describe that then.
She's
What's he do?
pregnant.
Like
Lord.
he'll pop them, or like he'll punch them, or not with a lot of force, or he'll hit him in his thighs. If he pee on himself, he'll chastise.
Punching a 2-year-old.
Investigators later sat down with Robert in an effort to confirm her claims, but by his account, Tamika is solely responsible for discipline, as he doesn't live with her and is rarely around the children.
Oh.
You don't know what her form of discipline is?
In my eyes, put him in the corner, don't give him no snacks. That's what she presents to me.
I don't whoop my kids. I do. You stand in the corner. That is my punishment, because I know how it feels to get beat. Punishment is standing in the corner. I've never whooped my kids. I don't pop my kids. I don't whoop my kids. I don't do none of that.
She would want me to pop him when he pee on himself.
She wants you?
She want, like you say, you gonna whoop him, but you don't.
Tamika claims that 3-year-old Curtis often wet himself and peed in his bed during the night, something that made Robert particularly angry.
Man, I'll pee in that trash bed too. Man.
Robert puts his hands on you?
Yes.
How physical does that get?
Bad. One time, he gave me a black eye. I had to cover it up because I didn't want them to take John John. I was stupid and I stayed, but he's all I had.
During one supervised visit in February, just 4 months earlier, Tamika reported to a caseworker that Robert had been abusing her for months and struck Curtis after he urinated on himself. Robert, however, denied any abuse at the time and said that he would stay away from Tamika.
He's all I have. He's all I have, and if I get him in trouble, I have nothing. I have no support. I have nobody. Literally, I have nobody.
What are you protecting? What happened? Are you willing to go to prison for the rest of your life for Robert?
No.
There's no protecting anyone at this point. We need
Protecting
what? That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I know.
Man, somebody lying,
down
man.
this path of trying to cover something. You're going to separate yourself from the child that you have now, and you're going to separate yourself from the child that you're carrying.
Finally, Tamika begins to open up to the detectives, sharing what happened on the morning of Curtis's death.
Robert gets up before me. That's when I had woke up, and I'm like, it's still dark outside. Like, what is he crying for? He's like, oh, I just whooped him because he just peed through the bed. And if y'all go to my house, y'all will see in his drawers, the same drawers that he had on when he went to sleep, is sitting in my bathroom on the floor, pissy. His whole bed is still pissy, and that's in the living room.
Though not on the bathroom floor, crime scene investigators do locate a pair of stained children's underwear in Tamika's apartment bathtub.
Oh.
He wasn't himself that morning. After he whooped him, he wasn't himself. He was coughing. He wasn't himself. He didn't want to eat. He didn't want to drink nothing. I made his favorite food. He didn't even want to eat the pizza. That's still, y'all go to my house. I even wrapped it up in aluminum foil, put it in a plastic bag. We was gonna eat it when we got home. He didn't even want to eat. He didn't want to drink no water. He didn't want nothing. He didn't want anything. So I'm thinking, okay, he probably just not on it. He not feeling good. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I'm not thinking, he about to die or none of that. I'm not thinking none of that. He said that his chest was hurting from his dad whooping him. And when I confronted Robert about it, I was gonna be next. I'm so sorry.
What you mean? You was gonna be next?
I should have never let him whoop him. I didn't know. I didn't know how severe it was.
The detective moves closer to Tamika, offering her comfort as she urges her to own up to an earlier lie.
So you never went to the splash park?
No, that was a story he told
Got
me
it out.
to tell.
Got it out.
Who told you to tell?
Robert.
So Robert is the main culprit right now. He acting all innocent and stuff, but he is the main suspect. And he whooped that child to death. Stopped his heart. Oh.
Robert told me to say that, Robert, I don't want to get hurt anymore.
Why would Robert tell you to say you took them to the park?
Because we just got them back. We didn't want to lose them again.
Okay, but who was he afraid of finding out?
But child services.
From what?
Okay, Robert wasn't even supposed to be around them.
What?
Okay.
At all. They didn't want Robert around the kids at all because he was beating on me. They didn't want him around them, but I was still allowing him because that's their dad.
Yeah.
Robert has yet to hear any of Tamika's allegations against him. When asked, he openly admits that despite promising to stay away from Tamika, he spent the night with her on the eve of Curtis's murder. But by his account, Curtis was fine and unharmed when he left for work early the following morning, where he remained all day until receiving the tragic news of his son's death over the phone. Still, investigators act on Tamika's claims, not realizing the story they've been told is about to take a much darker turn.
You're going to be under arrest right now.
Whoa.
I love my son.
I understand.
I done nothing.
This is nothing personal, but because it's a
I love
3-year-old,
my man. That was my little man. I love my man.
you're going to be held overnight. We got to verify your story because she made
That was my little man.
a whole bunch of allegations.
That was my little man.
Okay.
He should have stayed in foster care if he was going to be like this. I would have left him there. He would have been better off there with them.
Robert's sister, who has been suspicious of Tamika's story,
That was your little man. But you didn't even raise him. You didn't even do nothing for him. You say you was never around them kids. What? That's your little man? Man, shut up. You don't care about them kids.
There, he would have been better off there with them.
Robert's sister, who has been suspicious of Tamika's story from the start, enters the room to comfort her brother, and the detectives explain why he's been placed in handcuffs.
She finally admitted that she's not going to the splash park. Okay. But she's saying that she had to say that because Robert told her to stick to the story or you'll never see it again.
Just hold on, Pop. Just hold on, Pop.
What the? Whoa. We about to have a seizure.
That's why you
Yo,
have
chill.
your job to back you up and
Yeah,
you
so
down.
that's what we have to look into. And this is the key point. Okay, Curtis was heavily abused. He had bruises from head to toe.
The signs or what may have you, like, we had our suspicions.
So it was the mama.
Him, not being able to use the bathroom, potty train correctly. Always cry when I leave. So it's like, we kind of figured, but we didn't know.
Robert did mention that she wanted him to discipline, but he said he didn't, he would.
And he never, we never, like, we believe in disciplining our children, but not
to that mental he always wanted to be.
Say with my daughter, she'll tell you how much she loves me and how much I love her.
And my children, he'll raise my two children.
With him, how much I love him when he with me.
Robert claims that he wasn't even told why his son was placed in foster care in the first place. But according to police records, Curtis was removed from their care as an infant due to neither parent being able to provide stable housing, as well as Tamika's ongoing mental health issues, which, quote, interfere with her ability to provide adequate care for the children. Further records reveal that Tamika has lost custody of all of her children except 1-year-old John.
She's got 5 kids, yo. Why is she making them, bro? She can't take care of nothing. But she just having more babies with not making no more money.
I don't think she mentioned about she had another baby that passed away. What?
She got another baby that passed away?
She never mentioned the baby's name or anything like that. And all she said was, you know, I got a child here and a child in Georgia that's already buried, and I don't know if I want to bury my child or cremate. We never even knew about the birth of the other.
2 girls and another boy.
Curtis's foster mother, Michelle, raised and took care of him since he was just 1 week old.
Wow.
According to court documents, Tamika attended weekly visits, bonded with the baby, and even fed and changed him. However, as time progressed, she began threatening and cursing at caseworkers, refusing to take her medications, failing drug screens, and visiting less often.
Yeah, she did it.
But according to Tamika, she had serious concerns about their level of care.
I had an issue with the foster people whooping him. I have paperwork where I used to complain when my son used to come visit us with black eyes, bleeding in his ears. He had whips. He had scratch marks. He had
now she blaming the foster people.
He had scratch marks all around his neck. He had scratch marks. I used to complain about that, and they said there was nothing that I could do because he was not in my care.
This is far from the truth. While concerns were raised about Curtis's safety and well-being, those complaints came from his foster family. One report, for example, said Tamika was allowed overnight visits, but Curtis would return wearing the same clothes, which were soaked in urine. No complaints were made about the foster family regarding scratches, black eyes, welts, or bleeding while Curtis was in their care.
I should have protected you. I'm so sorry.
Bro, she is still going on and lying.
I'm so sorry.
Reports also describe Tamika's lengthy arrest history, including for domestic violence, grand theft auto, resisting arrest, contempt of court, assault, and aggravated menacing. And despite a documented history of not completing drug screens or attending counseling, in January of 2023, Judge Allison Floyd ordered 3-year-old Curtis to be returned to his mother's full custody and terminated protective supervision. In her order, she ruled that the child's return to the home of Tamika Eggleton, quote, will not be contrary to the child's best interest.
The doctor said he had extremely amount bruising, a lot in the neck area, in the midsection, and a lot of what she considered blunt force trauma.
Blunt force trauma.
She also said
on a 3-year-old
that was a fatal damage was a laceration to his heart.
Oh.
And that is caused by something striking him, something hard. And according to the medical examiner, that he pretty much passed away immediately.
What?
Given this fact, it's difficult to imagine Tamika would not have known the toddler was deceased before she placed him in the stroller, a part of her story that Robert's sister finds highly suspicious.
She was like, well, I put him in a stroller, and we walked to the plaza, and she said that...
Yo, I can't believe she really walking around the city with a dead baby. Like it was sleep, it been cold all morning.
When she was at the plaza, that's when she turned around and noticed that Curtis was unresponsive. She said she just bust out screaming. And then it was a crowd of people. And she said that a man came and got him out the stroller and did CPR.
That is true.
And by the time By the time the paramedics, police came, he was already gone.
According to the autopsy, the 3-year-old was likely deceased before he was ever put in the stroller. Abrasions and lacerations covered his head, neck, and torso, the bruising pattern consistent with being hit by a belt. He was struck with such force that it lacerated the back of his heart, causing his chest cavity to fill with blood.
I didn't know. I promise you, I didn't know.
He lost that blood so quick.
You did that.
He lived for minutes.
I didn't know, sir.
What happened?
I'm telling you, that's what happened. That is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened.
Stop lying.
Robert beat him and left. And you put him in a stroller.
I didn't put him.
He hopped in a stroller.
Curtis put himself.
And you walked around randomly.
I'm walking.
Okay.
I'm walking. And then I'm thinking that they both fell asleep. That he wasn't breathing. I didn't know none of that. I didn't know.
Surveillance footage shows Tamika casually walking down the street toward the Family Dollar. Her 1-year-old child in the back appears upright and alert, but 3-year-old Curtis is slumped over the front, completely unmoving in his seat.
Oh my gosh.
Given more time to think, Tamika recalls that Robert is the one who ultimately put him in the stroller.
He carried him, put him in his stroller, put his seatbelt on him. We started walking the path that we said, and we went our separate ways.
So when you guys, was Robert planning on going to Family Dollar with you?
I believe so.
Man, that man was going to work.
I can't really say. I believe he was, and he had received a phone call, and he kissed us, and he went his separate way.
But this remains to be seen, given Robert's claims he was at work all morning. Surveillance footage captures the moment she arrived at the Family Dollar around 3:08 p.m., but the video does little to support her claims that this is the moment she discovered the 3-year-old unresponsive. When she arrives, Tamika pushes the stroller to the side and simply stands around until a man hands her a flyer. She tucks it into the stroller and, without acknowledging her children, continues to simply linger nearby. Finally, she peeks into the store, but doesn't appear to ask anyone for help before closing the door.
Yo, any chance you get, you just go leave your babies around? Like it's two babies right there, and you just go leave them around, just walking around, standing and pondering around? Nah, that's not right, man. Oh, that's stressful.
Then, without ever once touching Curtis, checking for a pulse, or attempting to wake him,
she don't care.
She heads inside and asks for a phone.
She left her babies outside while the door is closed in the store.
Dial 911. Only now does the gathering crowd realize the toddler is pale and unresponsive. Bystanders quickly pull him from the seat and lay him on the curb to perform CPR, while Tamika begins jumping up and down as if in a sudden state of panic. The store manager describes the whole incident as feeling staged.
Like, she didn't seem like a grieving mother. She didn't, we had asked her, like, so what do you want to do as an idea as far as services, stuff like that. She was walking around normally, like nothing really happened.
Regardless, given Tamika's damning allegations against Robert, the detective says his hands are tied and he has no choice but to hold him in jail overnight while they investigate. Given a moment alone, Robert calls his daughter to explain that he won't be able to pick her up tonight.
I'm gonna leave you stay with your uncle because I told you she said she's gonna tell her a whole bunch of stuff and then I'll verify my story.
Dang.
Hopefully I'll be out by tomorrow, okay? I know I'm gonna be out by tomorrow.
His baby wanted to see him too.
You lay more?
No, lay more.
No, lay more. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
He then talks to his daughter's mother, who speaks out in protest once she learns that Robert will be going to jail.
You can't put somebody in jail without, they can't do that. Like, what the f*** are they?
Downtown in the Justice Center.
Oh my God, because I'm trying to get work, and at this point, I'm ready to come up there because that doesn't sound like something that should be happening by
Still, they're told there's nothing anyone can do but wait
Dang,
for
they
the
still
evidence
gotta
to
get
come
him
to
locked
light.
up. So she just accusing and making it seem like he's the bad person and she's the bad person. She planned this from the jump, going straight into the Family Dollar, getting whatever she know. She didn't even get nothing. Just standing around there trying to build up the confidence to do the little stage act that she did. Now, I hope she go to jail for a while. A while.
Take care of this. We're gonna get through this. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Man,
Investigators would later confirm that Robert got on a bus to work as early as 8:19 a.m., nearly 7 hours before Tamika would begin her walk to Family Dollar. Time cards and surveillance would prove he remained at work until he received the call about his son. Additionally, after speaking with a neighbor, investigators learned that Tamika would often talk about Robert, complaining that he would not discipline the children or so much as raise his voice. Tamika's own foster mother would go on to describe her as
Get my
someone
boy
who
out
could
of
lie
jail.
very convincingly, but the evidence speaks volumes. Robert was released after spending one night in jail
Let's
with
go,
no formal
bruh.
charges against
He
him.
don't need no
In a
charges.
devastating discovery, Curtis's autopsy revealed evidence that he had been beaten repeatedly in the months leading up to his death, a reality that cut deepest for his foster mother, Michelle. After he was returned to Tamika, Michelle still tried to visit and look after him, refusing to stop caring for the child she loved and had planned to adopt. 5 days following the murder of 3-year-old Curtis Witcher, 30-year-old Tamika Eggleton was arrested and later indicted on 1 count of
How many
aggravated
years she
murder,
get, man?
2 counts of murder, 1 count of felonious assault, and 1 count of endangering children.
Dang.
In September of 2023, Tamika gave birth to her new baby.
I forgot she had
According to
another
court
baby.
documents, the infant and her 1-year-old son have been placed in a foster care home together. On June 11th, 2024, Tamika pleaded guilty as part of a plea deal, and 2 of the 5 counts were dropped. During sentencing, Tamika told the judge, "I should have never gotten him back. I wasn't fit to be a mother."
Duh.
Curtis's foster mother, Michelle, also delivered a statement. She faced Tamika directly and told her, "You are no mother. You're a monster." The judge sentenced Tamika Eggleton to a total of 31 to 35 years to
That's
life
what
in
I'm
prison,
talking
with
about,
409
man.
days credited
She gonna
for
get
time
out at
served.
60, 70 years
If
old.
you'd like to see select new videos
That's what I
early
like
and
to
help us
see. Cause she don't need to be a mother. She don't even need to be out like right now. Cause she tripping. She was doing too much. And then walking around with a dead baby in a stroller with your alive baby. Nah, you gotta be something cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Your brain gotta be just shut, just shot by lightning. You dig what I'm saying? Look, man, we done with this video. Like it up, subscribe. You know we on road to 20K, man. I'm out this thing. Y'all stay blessed, stay positive. Like always, take care of yourself. I'm gone. Bang, 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 bang.